As you listen to my voice now, you may begin to wonder how easily and effortlessly the mind can open to new perspectives. Just the body breathes in and out, naturally, without thinking, without needing to try. And you might have noticed, sometimes people say, I can't do that. But have you ever stopped to ask, well, how do you know? And isn't that an interesting question? Because in order to know something, the mind has to create a rule, a pattern, a structure. And yet, what happens when you step outside of that structure? When you step outside of the frame and see the bigger picture? Because you see, the mind is like a puzzle. And sometimes we get so caught up in one small piece, we forget the entire landscape is there. When you take a step back, noticing more, something shifts, something changes. Now you might have heard, the strongest belief controls the frame. And you might even begin to realize that when you shift your belief, reality begins to shift with it. Because isn't it fascinating that every time you break a pattern, something new emerges? Imagine walking down a familiar street. Same steps, same path, same routine. But then suddenly something catches your eye. Something unexpected. Something you never noticed before. And in that moment, your mind opens, realizing that everything can be seen in a new way. And perhaps you've known people who believe something so strongly that they make it true. And isn't it amazing that you can do the same? The more you commit to a new reality, the more you method act, the more you believe, the more others believe too. Now, have you ever played a game where you knew exactly how to win, and yet the most fun part was breaking the rules just enough to discover something even more interesting? Life is like that, isn't it? When you fractionate, when you jump from one thought to another, when you suddenly shift, people become intrigued, fascinated, drawn in. Because you see, when you fire the same nerve over and over again, it goes numb, just like emotions. When you interrupt, change, redirect, something wakes up. And now you're learning deeper than before. And the more you notice this, the more you realize that you're the master of the frame, the creator of meaning, the storyteller. And what you put out is what you get back. So why not choose to put out fun, playfulness, charisma? Because as you stand there, shoulders back, head high, smiling, something shifts. And you can feel it now, can't you? That sense of ease, that relaxed certainty, that playful confidence. As if you've always known that being unpredictable, it keeps people intrigued, keeps life exciting. And maybe you didn't realize before, but now you're realizing that people don't remember what you say. They remember how you make them feel. When you fractionate, moving from humour to depth, from lightness to insight, you become irresistible. So I wonder, what would happen if you stepped into this energy fully? What would happen if you embraced the game? If you enjoyed the uncertainty? If you loved not knowing and simply played? As you move forward, you'll begin to notice moments where patterns break, where beliefs shift. When that happens, you'll smile to yourself because you'll know that you're always in control, not by force, but by allowing, adapting, leading. And isn't it interesting that from now on, when someone says, I can't do that, you'll feel a curiosity, a playfulness, a knowing smile, as you say, well, how do you know? And as their mind opens, you'll see it, you'll feel it, and you'll know that every time you interrupt a pattern, every time you shift the frame, you become more charismatic, more influential, more free. And it just keeps getting better and better. Because after all, what if life was just a game, and the only rule was to have fun?